Okay, now let us see how we can see the reflections. Very simple, the things that you need are a white sheet, then you need a torch, a comb and also a plane mirror. So, the things required are a plane mirror, check the spellings of plane, comb, black paper, white sheet, a torch, two wooden blocks or one wooden block, so these are the things that you will require. You take this white sheet and spread it on the tabletop. After you have done that, take the comb. Normally comb is like this. There are teeth in the comb. You cover all the gaps on both sides and just leave one central gap. And then hold a torch behind this comb. Now what will happen? Obviously light cannot pass through, these two areas where it is covered by black paper. Light can only come through this, and here is the source of light. Right? Okay. Now what you need to do is, on one side you keep a mirror. This is the wooden block, so that mirror does not fall and it is fixed. And because we want to show it mirrored, we will show rays like this. This depicts a mirror. Now from here, when you show the light coming, the ray falls on mirror something like this. This ray which falls on the mirror is called ray of incidence or incident ray. The point where it falls is also called point of incidence. Now what you are able to see is that this ray comes back. So, this ray is falling on the mirror and this ray is coming back. So, what has mirror done? It received the ray of light and then changed its direction. It sent it back. It did not continue it further. So, we can say a mirror changes the direction of the ray of light. Now, this ray is called reflected ray or the ray of reflection. Now what you do is draw a straight line perpendicular to the mirror. This is called normal. Now you can do this experiment many times. Another important feature is the angle between the incident ray and the normal is called angle of incidence. Angle of incidence, and the angle between the reflected ray and the normal is called angle of reflection. You can make as many attempts you want, and invariably you will find there is a definite relationship between angle of incidence and angle of reflection, and that is both the angles are always equal. So, the conclusion is the conclusion drawn from this activity is called laws of reflection. So, the first law of reflection is that the angle of incidence and the angle of reflection is equal. Second law is that the ray of incidence the normal and the ray of reflection are on same plane. Now, how we can show that? Same experiment, but this time take a little bigger sheet and a stiffer sheet. Spread it on the table, set up the experiment just the way you did last time, but this time the extended or the projected part of sheet has to be either cut off or it has to be turned down, bent down, so that some part where the ray of reflection was to come is not at the same plane. And what do you see? The ray of reflection has disappeared or it is shorter. Why? Because now there was not only one plane. So, if the plane is not same, then the reflection will not take place. So, there are two laws of reflection, one saying that angle of incidence and angle of reflection is same, and second saying that both the rays of incidence, reflection and the normal have to be on same plane, only then we are able to see the image.